Hi, I'm Paul Morin with the Energy Conservatory, and this TEC gauge quick guide video should help you get started with that app. So some uses for TEC gauge. As you can see, there's an image of it on the right here, and we have an Android version for tablets and phones, and a iOS Apple version for phones and tablets. If you have a DG700, you'll need a Wi-Fi link, so you can it can send out a Wi-Fi signal that you can connect to on your phone. So, or the DG1000 has Wi-Fi built into it, and has Bluetooth built into it also, and we'll be enabling that soon. So the most common use for it is you can run a blower door test from your phone and capture the data, and we'll go over an example of that. If you're doing combustion appliance zone testing, you can leave the gauge down in the appliance zone as you walk around the house, and as you turn on fans or open or close doors, you can see how the pressure in the house changes. So and you could do a screenshot if you want to save the data at each of those steps. So that's a helpful thing to have that option. Same with zone pressure diagnostic testing. You can set your blower door to cruise 50, and as you walk around the house opening or closing doors or opening or closing hatches, you can view the house pressure and the flow as you're making changes to the house. Or if you're an insulator and you're doing air sealing, you can have the attic hatch closed, and you can start up the blower door fan remotely and see what the flow is to see how much reduction you've gotten over a certain period of time. So it's helpful to be able to do that. Or you could check your work. If you have a smoke puffer, you can start the blower door up and then puff smoke and make sure that the air sealing you're doing up there is effective. All right, so let's get we'll launch the app, and we'll show you how to do a simple basic blower door test. All right, so TEC gauge is the app we're using, and as you can see, we've got a baseline up here. Here is our mode, and we're set to CFM at 50. We've got a Model 3 fan, and if you click on any of these blue things, they're active, and you can pull up and you can see what the different modes are, or you can see what the different devices are, or the different rings. You can see what the different rings are. And we've got cruise here, and you can see what the different cruises are, or you can enter in a custom cruise if you'd like. And then time averaging, you can do the 1 second, 5 second, or long term time averaging. So let's start a blower door test. So we'll click on the baseline, and you can see it's starting to measure the long-term average on channel A as it's counting up in seconds on channel B. And you can see it's a pretty calm day today. It is starting to bounce around a little bit. We're getting a little bit windier here, but it looks like it's I'll let it go a little bit longer because it's still moving around. 2.93, 2.8, 2.7, 6. Let's let it go for 45 seconds, and then we'll enter it in. Okay, so now you can see what number it's subtracted from the number being displayed. So it looks like we've got pretty good data there. So I'm going to uncap the fan, and then we'll start the test. hit the cruise there. Okay, you can see the speed controller. You can control the fan from here too by grabbing, click and drag that speed control across to see what our reading is. Now I'm going to click long-term average, and that will calm down that reading a little bit. And then to capture, you can see the capture icon here and create. That'll capture the data. So I'm going to do that. So it captured the CFM 50 and our blow door number. And fan pressure was, and our date. We've got our date down here too. Now I can email that, so I'll click this icon in the lower right here. And you could send that up to the cloud if you've got Google Drive or Dropbox on your phone, or you could email it. We'll do the email option. Enter an email address in there, and then send it. Okay, then I'll go back to our screen. And click stop. Okay, so that's our blower door test. We'll go back to 1 second average. And the settings icon, this gear icon here, is where you would enter in if you wanted it to show up the mode. You could choose air changes per hour or air changes per square foot. I mean, CFM per square foot for duct leakage tests, something like that, per 100 square feet. So you could enter in the area and the volume here. Fan adjust rate is how fast your fan will ramp up or down. On windy days, it's better to back that off a little bit. On calm days, you can speed it up a little bit. And then the format of the report can be either text or HML. So HML is a format where you can write a computer program and it can pull that information into another software program. So you would have to create that link, do some programming to be able to convert that XML file to be able to pull data up into your software. All right, so that's the end of our demo today. If you've got any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call, and I can answer any questions you might have about that app. Thanks.